This is Engineer Apollos here. I made a post on my Facebook page where I talked about fighting and defeating poverty. In that post, I said a lot of things, including saying that I don't care who you are, your network, and your net worth, and that I am focused on a fight against poverty. I also say that no amount of vituperation and negative comment is enough to distract me in this fight because for me, that the fight against poverty is a must win. So after I made that post, some friends of mine reached out to me to find out what was going on. They tried to know if I was addressing a quarrel, if I was having issues with person or some persons. But I made them understand that I wasn't having any issue whatsoever with anybody, but I was addressing a concern, something I think is really, really bothering not just only me, but the environment that we find ourselves, and that thing is poverty. Yes, it's poverty. Obonye. Mm, a lot of us, unfortunately, we were born into poverty. A lot of people have escaped it. A lot of people have so worked hard to get out of poverty. But too many of us are still living in poverty. We have not escaped it, despite the fact that we are born into poverty. There are also those who were not born into poverty that today are living in poverty as a result of their mismanagement of what they have or what was handed over to them either by their parents. A lot of us are not fortunate to have such. But now, the question now becomes what do we do to defeat poverty? It's a major problem. It's our number one enemy. Village people are not our real enemy and all of that. It is poverty. And it's something we can defeat. Mind you, I was born in poverty. I am still struggling with poverty. I have not defeated it. It doesn't matter what you think, man, but I'm the one telling you that I have not defeated poverty. That's why I say that I wouldn't have time. I don't have time to negative energy. I don't have time to begin to respond to negative comments and some vituperation and some ill-informed and misdirected attacks on the social media or elsewhere. Because if I begin to give time to all of that, I wouldn't have time to fight and defeat poverty. Because in this fight against poverty, it's a must win. I know where I'm coming from. I know where I am now, and I know where I want to be. So that's why it's important to me. And the only thing I can do to you that is listening to me now is to share this idea. It might not make sense to you. I also know that some persons will come under here to make some negative comment. Please, you're welcome with those comments. I will read them and smile. I won't respond to them. So what I can do to you is what I'm doing so that side by side, as I'm fighting, you're also fighting. Let us defeat poverty so that when we must have fought and defeated poverty, we will now meet at the point of conversation where you and I will sit back and talk about how we fought and defeated poverty and now share ideas of how we will continue to bury poverty around us. Also, note that when you're fighting poverty, it's not everybody that will join you. As a matter of fact, the fight against poverty is not let us go fight. Some persons have decided to live and die in poverty. So, to such minds, if you're asking them to come, let us go and fight poverty, they will not. It's not a family fight. Neither is a fight of group of friends or old classmates and whatnot or whatnot. So when you're fighting poverty or when you decided to fight poverty, close your ears, focus on that part that you think you are convinced will help you to escape poverty. Focus on it. Because if you begin to give ears to some negative talk and side talk and some dragging, family dragging, friendship dragging, community dragging, you will be dragged down and eventually you will not succeed. Go on with that fight. When you must have succeeded, all of them that didn't cheer you or that boo you when you were doing that will not come to cheer you. So what am I trying to say? Look at where we are today. Who would have thought 5, 10 years ago that some young minds, some people, not just young minds, some people will be making a lot of money by creating content on the social media, technology, ICT. I remember back in days when people were going to computer school and all of that. The only reason for going to computer school was just to know how to make use of this, the Microsoft words, how to type and all of that. But today it has gone beyond that. You don't even need to be a computer wizard for you to create content. Just like what I'm doing now, I am creating a content. But there are people who will come online. They will on their data 4 times a day. And in each 4 time they come online, they come to abuse people. They didn't come to do things that will impact in their life. So to such person, you are aiding yourself, you are finding yourself in poverty. That's what you're doing. Because just look across. You just watch Sabinus, who is busy creating content, and he's almost becoming a global figure. Something you can do yourself. You can choose your own path. That's that. So it is poverty that will tell you to always come on social media and abuse people and engage in conversation that you don't have details about. And after doing that, you off your data and to come back and do the same thing again. No, please, that is poverty manipulating you. Stop. Begin to think of what to do meaningfully with your data online. Before you think that it's village people that is responsible, why would you lock your business, lock your shop, close down your business, and say that you are going to prayer, Wednesday prayer, and all that? Mind you, I'm a Christian. I go to church. I worship God. I believe in God. But come on, let us use our head. There are so many things that God will not do for us. God has done enough already for us. I see people close their business while they are supposed to be selling. It's not as if that they don't have goods. They have goods. Those who are providing services, it's not as if they don't have services. They have services they can provide, but they will down to and go to prayer meetings where they have gone to pray themselves out of poverty. And in that prayer meeting that you've gone to, the man or the woman that is in charge of that prayer meeting, that is his own workshop or her own workshop, her own business. That is poverty, manipulating you. And tomorrow, in that prayer meeting, they will tell you that it is your village people or that is your neighbor in your shop. Please, God, who made heaven and earth, did his work in 6 days and rested on the seventh day. So please, you have enough time with God on the day of rest. The other days is for you to do your business. Please do your business. Don't allow poverty to manipulate you. Then, like I said, God will not do everything for us. You that is a salesman, a marketer, you are not marketing online, you are marketing offline. And you wake up this morning, you wouldn't brush your mouth. You won't keep yourself neat. You carry your product to go and market. Who do you want to market that product? And you say, I just attended midweek Wednesday prayer meeting yesterday, and I've prayed, God of miracle, God of this, what God cannot do does not exist. It is true, but then you must do your own part. Come on, who will want to listen to you when your mouth is smelly and you are telling the person, buy this product? Come on, it is poverty that is manipulating you at that instance. It is poverty that is telling you to squander money that was given to you to start up a business. And poverty will tell you that, it will give you the entitlement mentality to feel that it is your right to be given. It is not your right to be given. It's not. It is still poverty that will make you to go and squander your school fees. So what am I trying to say? Like I said, it was this my friend, one of these my friends that I shared this idea with that talked me into doing what I'm doing. Maybe This is also another way. Yes, I think is another way of fighting poverty. So let us fight poverty together. Start from your own side while I start from my own side. Like I said, at the end of the day, we'll meet at the point of conversation and talk about how we fought and defeated poverty. But for me, because I'm fighting poverty, there are a lot that you expect me to do that I cannot do, including responding to negative comments, including to coming to some places that you expect to see me. I won't come. In fact, you are not my friend if you are not fighting poverty. That's number one. If you're not my friend, I don't even have anything to discuss with you. You can say anything. You can say I'm snobbish. You can say I don't have that. You can say I'm showing class. Oh, maybe. But engage in the fight against poverty from your own end. We must defeat this poverty. Many of us are now traveling out of this country to somewhere else. Even in those places, our people are working harder than they work here to defeat poverty. So, the reason for my post is what I've just done. I'm not having any issues with anybody, and I'm not addressing any quarrel whatsoever with anybody. If you are quarreling me, that's your own problem. I am fighting poverty. I don't even have time to notice that you're quarreling me because I want to defeat poverty. Poverty has dealt with me. Imagine giving me multiple blows because I only made an attempt to give poverty two blows. It's giving me multiple blows. Bah, 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 bah. And I can't take that. And I don't also think you will want to take that. So, dear friend, let us run away from thinking that someone is always behind what is happening to us. No, we have not done what we are supposed to do. The world is changing. There are people you will ask some 10 years ago to go and learn how to do makeup. They will say, come on, I'm writing jam. I want to go to the university. But today, somebody will go to the university and come out to go and learn how to do makeup. And the person that may be teaching him or her how to do makeup didn't go to the university. Think about it, that makeup is what you are supposed to do to defeat poverty. Or have you not wasted some time? Let us not go there. But what I'm saying is do whatever you can to ensure we fight and defeat poverty. Poverty is our number one enemy. Poverty has killed more people than death. Poverty has suffered more people than sickness. For me, I am fighting poverty with everything that is in me. And God helping me, I will defeat poverty. I've not defeated poverty. Poverty is still giving me serious blows. I'm only making an attempt. But I know no matter how punchy, no matter how constant the punch of poverty is on me, I will defeat it. Just have that, be resolute that you're also going to defeat poverty. Then, when we must have defeated poverty, we'll now sit on a table as friends, those who have stories to share about how we fought and defeated poverty. Then we'll have conversation on what next to do to continue to help our communities, our families, and our friends who have not risen like us to also defeat poverty and continually bury poverty around us. Poverty is deadly. Poverty is deadly. Poverty is deadly. Let us fight to defeat poverty. I know some persons will not appreciate you when you are doing it. Yes, they would. They will call you all sort of names. Some will even say you are trying to show up. Some will even say you want to tell them that you've got a good phone to make video. Those are part of the antics, the attempts to pull you down, not to fight poverty. And you, if you are plotting to escape from poverty, poverty is also plotting to keep you in there. So this was the reason for my post. I want to thank my friends who called to ask why and those who have provoked these thoughts that I share my idea, my thoughts with you. I might be wrong, I might be right, but whatever. The fight against poverty is a must fight, and it should be a must win. Let us fight poverty and defeat it.